Hello, and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. My name is Ravi Shankar. I'm the Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer at Denodo, and we are participating with CDO Magazine, MIT CDO IQ, and International Society of Chief Data Officers in the series of interviews. Today, I have the pleasure of talking with Patrick Issa-Abbas. He is the Head of Retail Banking for Data and Analytics at USAA. Patrick, it's very nice to talk to you.
Thank you, Ravi. It's nice to speak with you as well, and it's a privilege to get to be part of this interview series also.
Awesome. I'm pretty sure that will be a great one. Now, you talked about the unified architecture, and Gartner has been heavily promoting logical data architectures because one of the challenges that they outlay is that bring it all together in a single place. You and I understand the benefits of having the data in a single place. As a business user, I just want to go to one place to pick up all the data. But from a delivery side, it is difficult to consolidate into a physical repository because the data formats are evolving, the technologies are evolving, and so on. So they've been promoting logical data architectures like data virtualization and so on. So wanted to get your thoughts. I know that you guys have probably dabbled into that. Your thoughts on the logical data architectures and how it applies to your current or future data strategy?
It's a great question. And we do indeed dabble into that and a little bit more about it. Actually, we've taken advantage of our cloud migration journey, which we started about a couple of years ago. To implement such principles and designs as well. This was a unique opportunity to reduce the footprint of silos and increase a lot of the benefits, bring about a lot of the benefits that these types of logical data architectures or data fabric can bring about. And so, as I've mentioned, that we are a company of company. And obviously, as you can imagine, and the rest of the CDO audience can imagine, this, brings, images or thoughts of silos and data is being replicated across different environments to suit different use cases and so forth. And so, migrating to the cloud and taking advantage of data fabric or logical data architecture was absolutely an imperative for us, in that we could start deconstructing those silos. In other words, avoiding replicating data across different environments, let the data basically live in its native source and present it in a logical manner, in areas where it is needed, under the form that it is needed, etc. This drives, tremendous benefits across, different levels. And I can think of data quality management, for example, simplifies the data quality management, creates clearer lines of accountability as well for information governance, reduces the cost of maintenance because now, there's less physical footprint for the data, less replication, much simpler source to target mapping and end-to-end understanding of the various data flows. And more importantly for us, as far as what we're pushing for within the bank at USAA, is truly manage now the data as an asset, not only as an asset, but as a product, in terms of having, a view into what value and what risks is represented across that data, and assigning ownership, if you will, for those value and those risks, because now there is one instance of the data with one owner that can manage it through the entire spectrum of use cases, as opposed to all the different flavors and instances of that same data, sometimes getting lost in the fabric.
Awesome. You articulated some of the great points, especially as it relates to data fabric. Gartner has been pushing heavily as a number 3 trend for this year, which is great that you guys are adopting it. Now, one thing for me to understand, and even for our audiences, analytics is one side where your team basically gets all the information that they need to analyze the intelligence and provide recommendations on how to move forward. What about the operational side for the retail banking, like in people who call into the call center? Are you kind of addressing that sector with these technologies as well?
Absolutely. I can think of a long list of use cases where these types of technologies can help us too. Anywhere from mitigating, complaints to as well as mitigating risks of creating too many hubs for a member through the contact centers. To understand the intent for calls, for instance, and routing them to the right places at the right time, to increasing eventually sort of satisfaction among our members. These are some of the use cases that these types of data architecture strategies enable as well within our environment.
Very, very well to talk to you, Patrick, today. A very good discussion. I really enjoyed it. And thank you very much for doing this. And please visit the cdomagazine.tech for additional interviews. Thank you very much, Patrick.
Thank you, Ravi. Good speaking with you.